how to make 10K a month, how to finally get to that goal to make 10K a month. Every guru online, every video you see on the internet is trying to teach you how to make 10K a month. This is the ultimate goal. This is the dream. This is what everyone wants to achieve. And once you finally get to 10K a month, you will feel like the man. You will feel like the big boss. You will feel like the G, top G. uh, and yeah, you feel like the man. You feel like you won the game. But then you quickly realize that 10K a month, it's not a lot of money. And you want to make more, especially if you're a very super ambitious person just like me. And you're never satisfied with what you have. You want more all the time. It's 10K. It's not gonna cut it for you. But this is a topic for another video. In this video, I wanna try and teach you how to make 10K a month. What is the straightest path that's gonna bring you from making $0 online to making 10K a month? I'm gonna try to give you all the steps, step by step, how to get to your goal. So I got my notes here. If you see me looking at the screen, looking this way, it's because I got my notes. I'm trying to make these videos as raw as possible without, having to do a bunch of cuts and edits. So just bear with me because I have my notes. Okay, so I'm not gonna try and give you a time frame. I'm not gonna tell you that you're gonna make 10K a month in the next 30 days or in the next 60 days or in the next 90 days or whatever. I cannot possibly predict how long it's gonna take you to get to 10K a month. And the reason why, it's because everyone is different. Everyone has different skills. Everyone has a different starting point. Your current level of skills might make it easier for you to get to 10K a month. But if you're just a total beginner and you have no experience and you have no knowledge of sales or copywriting or anything about business in general, and of course it's going to take you longer, right? So there might be some people who get to 10K a month in just 30 days, but some other people, it might take a few months or it might take years. It just depends. It just depends on what is your current situation, your current level of skills. So when you see YouTube titles, of YouTubers claiming that you can make 10K a month in the next 30 days, just know that they're not completely lying. I mean, they're not lying. It's just that it's possible. Some people have made it. Some people can go from 0 to 10K a month in just 30 days. It's possible, doable. The problem is that not everyone is capable of doing that because everyone has different skills, as everyone learns at different rates. Some people learn much faster than others. Some people take action and immediately implement what they've learned, and they get to the result much faster. So that's why it's impossible to predict how long it's going to take you. But 90 days is a good time frame. Now, I said I was not gonna give you a time frame, but 90 days is a good time frame if you do everything correctly. But it just depends on you. So let's say, for example, that someone already has the skill of copywriting, already understands copywriting, and which is pretty important, which is one of the most important skills to learn, especially if you're doing growth operating. Copywriting is everything because you're going to need copywriting for VSLs, for landing pages, for email sequences, for everything. Copywriting is everywhere. But let's say someone already has the skill of copywriting, and this guy is starting from right here. And to get to 10K a month, he has to reach here. And then let's say this is you. You're starting from 0. You have no skills, you have no experience, you don't understand anything about copywriting, sales psychology, human psychology. You don't know anything. You have no experience. So you're starting from here. This guy already has some skills starting from here. This guy already has some skills because he spent time learning. Maybe he is not making 10K a month yet, but is getting close to it because he has already spent some time trying to learn the skills. Okay, so he's here, you're here. You're gonna have to fill this gap because this guy is gonna get to 10K a month much faster than you. Once this guy understands the actions that he needs to take every day in order to get to 10K a month, he's gonna get there much faster than you. Whereas you're starting from here, you're gonna have to fill this gap, and you're gonna have to fill this gap by learning some skills first. And then once you learn some skill, you're gonna be here, but this guy's gonna be already here. And then you're gonna get to 10K a month slowly. But you see why it's impossible to predict how long it's gonna take, because everyone starts at a different level. Everyone has different skills or capabilities. So it's impossible to predict how long it's gonna take to get to 10K a month. And let me tell you this, it's completely and totally fine to have no experience, to be starting from zero. Because guess what? I started from zero. Everyone has started from zero. Every successful entrepreneur, every successful person you see on the internet and in real life has started from zero. No one was born with the skills of sales or the skills of copywriting, you know? Of course, we have some innate skills, some innate capabilities. Everyone was born with some kind of innate capability or skill. Like maybe you're more of an, I don't know, extrovert, and you're very good at talking to people. You're, very good at understanding people's problem. You're very communicative, and maybe that's your innate skill. But even though even though someone is born with talent or innate skills, they still have to work hard. They still have to put in the work if they want to, improve their skills. Doesn't matter if you're born, let's say Mike Tyson used to say that talent doesn't matter. Talent doesn't matter. I don't care how talented you are. If you don't work hard every single day, the guy who has no talent but has more dedication than you is going to beat you, is going to get to result faster than you, and you're going to fall behind. So talent doesn't matter. Don't be sad just because you don't have any sort of innate talent, some sort of innate capability. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matter is consistency and hard work, and how much do you really want it. And that's all it matters, and that's all it takes to win. So you just have to accept the fact that even if you have zero skills, it's going to require time. You're going to have to learn some skills, and you're gonna get there eventually. But don't pretend to go from 0 to 10K a month just as quickly. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to do the work, learn the skills, and then eventually you're gonna get to 10K and you're gonna surpass it, because once you have the skills, there's no limit. You can make any amount of money that you want to make. But first, you need the skills, obviously. So the most important thing you can do is to be honest with yourself. You need to understand what kind of person you are. If you're not a fast learner, then it's okay. You don't have to beat yourself down. It's totally fine. It's gonna take you more time, but that's cool. You're gonna get there eventually if you're consistent enough and if you want it bad enough. But don't have unrealistic expectations. Because when you have unrealistic expectations and you don't get to the goal as fast as you think you would have gotten to the goal, then you start giving up. That's because, you think that you're going to get here, I don't know, in like 30 days, but it's unrealistic for you because you have no skills, you have no experience. And then you start working and you realize it's hard as fuck, and you realize you're never going to get to 10K a month in 30 days, and you just discourage yourself and you start giving up. So it's important to be honest with yourself and to be realistic and to set realistic expectations. And probably no one is going to tell you this online. Honestly, I don't see anyone talking about this, but I'm being completely honest. I don't want to lie to you. Uh, I don't want to make you promises because I can't make promises. It's different for everyone. So you have to set your expectations a little bit lower, and that doesn't mean that you don't have to be ambitious. Of course, you should be ambitious. I'm extremely ambitious, and sometimes I fall victim to this, to my ambitiousness. That's the word. Because I'm so ambitious that I get depressed because I haven't hit the goals that I want to hit yet. But I try to think, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna get there. I try to lower the bar a little bit, set realistic expectations, and try to meet, get to that goal. And I know eventually I will get to the ultimate goal that I want. But first, you have to go step by step. You don't have to skip steps. Start from 0 and you go to 1, and then you go to 2, you go to 3. You can't go from 0 to 10 like that. It's not possible. So very important is to be grounded in reality, and you have to understand that the world pays you based on how much value you provide to the world. The more value you provide to the world, the more money you're gonna make. So, and in order to provide value, you're gonna have to learn skills. So let me take a sip of my coffee. It's 7:48 a.m. It's good. So, as I said, the first thing you need to do is be honest with yourself. You need to assess your current level of skills, and you need to understand what kind of personality do you have, because that's important when it comes to picking a business model. And I hope you know this by now, but in 2025, there are so many ways to make money, so many ways to become rich, so many different business models that you can pick the one that matches your personality. And let me give you an example. Let's say you are a very extroverted person. You like talking to people, you like communicating, you don't like being, sitting behind a laptop doing the technical stuff, the building the backend systems or whatever. Then you should not do something like, for example, growth operating, because you're kind of behind the computer, being the technician, building these systems, building the funnels, not really talking to people that much. Yeah, you have a sales call once in a while, but not really talking to people that much. But if you're really extroverted, then you should do something like, I don't know, sales, be a closer, so that you can talk to people and use your communication skills to sell products and offers. So yeah, you should choose the business model that matches your personality. For example, me, I'm an introvert. I don't really like talking to people. I don't like sales calls. I hate sales calls. I hate having to manage sales team or whatever. So that's why I do something like this, because I don't have to talk to many people. And even though I'm making content and I'm talking to a lot of people, it's still behind the camera. I'm not going outside and talking to a lot of people. I mean, I can do it if I want to, but I really rather not do, not doing that if I have the choice. So, yeah, choose your business model based on your personality. That's what I'm trying to say. Once you have assessed your current level of skills, what skills you have, what are your innate capabilities and your personality, you have to pick a business model, and you have to stick to it. The most important part. Doesn't matter what business model you pick. You can pick any business model you like, but you have to be consistent and you have to stick to it. People fail because they don't stick to one business model. They keep jumping and switching to a different business model to follow the new trends, the new AI trend, where they tell you that you can become rich without having to do any work, without having to do anything. And if you want to fall for that, bullshit, still, I mean, do it. But I'm guessing that if you're here, if you're still watching this video, you're smarter than that. and you want to build real skills that are going to provide real value to the world so that you can get paid real money. So, yeah, as I said, every business model could potentially make you rich. You just have to pick one and you have to be consistent and stick to it for a very long time until it fucking works. So I don't care what you choose. I don't care what you pick. Whether you want to do drop shipping, whether you want to do whether you want to do Amazon FBA, you want to do affiliate marketing, AI or AI automation, or whatever the fuck it is. Just pick one. Stop with this shiny object syndrome. Stop with this trends. Stop trying to chase the get rich quick schemes. They don't exist, bro. They don't. It's fake. It's they're lying to you. You're not gonna become rich quick. It doesn't happen unless you cash like a crypto pump or some bullshit like that, which it's probably not gonna happen. You won't become rich quick. So you might as well just sit down, pick a business model, learn all the skills necessary, and stick to it. Now, the business model that you choose is the vehicle that's gonna get you from making 0 to making 10K a month. And once you pick a business model, you have to actually start doing something. A lot of people complain about not making money online. But it's funny that a lot of these people don't even have some way for other people to send them money. Like you probably don't even have like a link or a page for someone to click and to send you money. Like do you have that? Do you have a page set up? Do you have a Stripe account set up? Do you have anything set up? Do how do you expect to make money if if you're not giving people the chance to send you money? So you have to set up something. You have to put a link, uh, put it somewhere. You have to let people know that you're providing this service or whatever, and give people a chance to send you money. That's really all it is. You pick the vehicle, the business model, and you start giving people chance to send you money. Now, if you're here, I'm assuming you're interested in growth operating because this is what I talk about on this channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Alex. I've made over 400K with growth operating. And if you don't know what growth operating is, it's basically partnering up with creators who already have a bunch of followers, and we help them monetize their audience by selling an offer. That could be a high ticket one-on-one coaching offer, or it could be a low ticket full community, or it depends. But basically we partner up with these creators, and it's a partnership. It's actually a business partnership because we take care of everything, the back end, the sales systems, and we help them make more money, and it's based on our performance. We get paid a percentage of the revenue. So it incentivizes us to make, to do a good job, because the better job we do, the more money we take, the more money we make. This is the business model that I'm doing. And if you're interested about learning more, you can watch my free YouTube videos. I'm going to have a full course on growth operating coming soon. It's going to be a long course, probably like hour and 30 minutes, something like that. But it's going to have everything you need to know. But yeah, I don't care whatever business model you pick, just pick one. There's also a link in the description if you want to join my community. We've talked about picking the right vehicle, and of course picking the right business model. Of course, some business models are better than others just because they don't require you to put a lot of money up front. They don't require you to have a lot of skills. And for example, if you want to do drop shipping, it's going to be a little bit harder, because you're going to you need multiple skills to run a business like that. And you also have to have some money, some capital to invest in ads. You're gonna need to run ads if you want to make sales. So if you don't have the money, this is not probably the best business model for you. But a business model like growth operating, it doesn't require you to have capital. It doesn't require you to put money up front. But I'm gonna tell you the downside of growth operating is that you do need multiple skills. You do need to understand more things like copywriting, like VSLs and funnels, and stuff like that, which can be a lot of stuff. But you can learn this stuff because I learned it. It took me like 6 months of deep learning, of trying to learn as much as I could, and I was already good. I was able to make it work for me. I was able to make money. So even though I wasn't an expert yet, but it gave me enough knowledge to get started, and to do a good job. So don't be scared if you think that growth operating requires too many skills and that it's hard. Yes, it's hard, but as I say like all the time, everything worth having in life, is hard to get. So, and you got to think that it's an investment in your future, because once you learn all these skills, which are the most important skills that you can have, you're never going to be poor. You're never going to be broke again. So once you learn sales and human psychology and copywriting and VSLs and all this stuff, all this is marketing. This is marketing as a whole. So once you understand all of this stuff, you're going to be rich forever. You're going to make money forever. You're never going to be poor. So I think it's worth it to invest some time into learning these skills. Once you've picked this business model, spend some time learning the skills, the necessary skills to be good at this business model. And if you do growth operating, the first skill you should focus on is copywriting. If you don't know what copywriting is, it's basically writing words on pages to make people take action, to make people buy something, to persuade people to take some kind of action, which is to, I don't know, something like book a call or maybe buy something. So everything, for example, when you click on a link of your favorite guru or whatever, when you click on a link and you end up on a landing page, everything you see on that landing page is copywriting. The headline, the VSL, even though it's not text, but script of the VSL is copywriting. Everything you see below that, the wall of results, the handling objections, the stuff, this is all copywriting. It's all meant to, you know, break your limiting beliefs and to persuade you to take action. So you have to learn copywriting if you do growth operating. And I teach that inside my community. But you can learn that for free on YouTube if you want. But whatever business model you choose, spend some time learning the skills. I'm not saying you have to spend a whole year trying to learn everything you can about the business, but I'm just saying spend at least a week or a couple weeks trying to get a good understanding, get a good solid foundations of the necessary skills to be able to do that business model. And then you can start doing outreach. I mean, you can start doing outreach from day one if you want to, but I just feel like if you're a complete beginner and you have no experience and you don't know anything about copywriting, for example, you should spend some time trying to understand, trying to learn the skills. Okay, so let's move on. Once you've picked a business model and you spend some time trying to learn the necessary skills to be good at that business model, it's time to acquire clients. It's time to get clients. You need clients for your business, otherwise you're not going to make money. So that means that you need to start sending outreach messages to potential prospects, and you have to pick a niche. You can, in my opinion, the more you niche down, the better it is. The more specific the niche you pick, the better it is. But you have to pick a niche and you start building a list of prospects. So you put a list of prospects in an Excel sheet, in a spreadsheet, or whatever. So you have 50 to 100 prospects that you can send a message, DM, or send an email to. Now, when it comes to outreach, a lot of people argue about quality versus quantity. And for some people, quantity is better than quality. And they say it's a numbers game. And some degree, I agree. It is a numbers game. The more messages you send, the higher the chance of someone replying to you. Of course, if you send a million messages, someone is bound to reply sooner or later. But I don't think this is the right approach, especially if you're just a beginner and you're just starting out. I think that if you're just starting out, you should be focusing on quality outreach. You should be focusing on spending as much time as possible looking for the right creators and doing the research on that creator so that you can provide to that creator, as much value as possible. Because the quantity, because the quantity method, the quantity strategy, it's kind of I don't know, it can work, but it's harder in 2025. It's getting harder and harder to get clients, especially through, cold outreach. It's hard. And that's why people are getting, people are sending, people like you would just watch a bunch of videos on YouTube and use the same fucking scripts that they copied from someone else. And y'all are just sending the same fucking message to everyone. And these people, these business owners, these creators are getting so tired that they don't even open the emails. And I know, because even though I have a really small YouTube channel, I still get pitched by people. And I see that the pitches are fucking horrible. The emails they send are fucking terrible. I open them for a second. I see like this big text. I don't want to read it. I just delete the email immediately. I believe that you have to go for quality. You have to find the right creator, do the research, find what that creator is missing, find a gap that's preventing him to get to a result, and you provide some value for free that's going to help him bridge that gap. And you record a personalized Loom video, you send it to him, and you send Loom to that creator. And yeah, you try to be as genuine as possible, as authentic as possible, because people sense that. People can see if you spend time doing the research, and people see if you actually care about helping them. And they don't like when they see a fucking, template that you can see when it's a template and someone just pasted the fucking template and sent it to 1,000 other people. You can see that immediately. So spend time on quality outreach, at least when you're first starting out. And then when you want to scale, you can hire, VAs, you can hire people to help you, do outreach at scale. But for now, you're just starting out, focus on quality messages, quality outreach, send maybe 20 to 30 good quality outreaches a day, because it's not about getting as many clients as possible. Because when you do growth operating, one client, you only need one client to change your life. One good client can potentially change your life. So you don't need to get 10 clients. Let's say you were just doing copywriting, or you were doing like SMMA. Then if you wanted to make 10K a month, then you will need at least 5, 6, 7 clients. But with growth operating, the fact that we're taking a percentage of the revenue we don't need a bunch of creators. We don't need a bunch of clients. We only potentially need one to make 10K a month. So focus on getting that first one client. That's the most important part, because it's harder to go from 0 to 1 than it is to go from 1 to 10. And to be completely honest with you, the first client that you get, it's not even about making money. It's about getting that experience. It's about proving to yourself that you can actually do this. So if you have to work for free, do it. It's your first client. You have no experience. Get that testimonial, get that case study. If you have to work for free, do it. But with growth operating, you're not really working for free, because you get a percentage. So you can incentivize the creator to work with you by not having a setup fee, and then just by taking a percentage of the revenue. So the creator is incentivized to work with you because He doesn't have to put money up front. He doesn't have to pay you, and he's not risking anything. And you are incentivized to do a good job to deliver great results because that your paycheck depends on it. The better you perform, the more you get paid. So I think this is the best deal to have when you're first starting out. So yeah, spend time personalizing your messages. Send them a Loom video showing your face. That's important. You have to show your face. And in the Loom video, you just highlight the problem that the creator is facing. You show them how they can fix the problem, and you tell them how you can help them, bridge the gap and fix that problem. Once they see the Loom video, they're gonna be impressed because they see that you spend time personalizing the outreach. They're gonna reply to you, and they're gonna want to get on a call with you. And this is a sales call, but I don't like to call it a sales call because it's a sales call, but you don't have to treat it like a sales call. You just have to be genuine. You just have to be curious. You just have to ask questions. You just have to be genuinely curious about their business. You just have to show that you actually care and that you actually want to help them. Don't be pushy. Don't be salesy. Don't be desperate for money. Just be genuine and talk to another human being, because you're talking to another human being who has a business. So you have to behave and act like a normal person. Don't act like you're desperate for money, because they're gonna see that and they're not gonna want to work with you. So yeah, focus on getting that first client. Don't think about the money too much at first. Think about serving, getting that first client, and delivering amazing results to that client. And everything from there is going to be easy. As I said, going from 0 to 1 is much harder than going from 1 to 10. Once you get that first client, you're going to have a case study. You're going to have testimonial. That client could refer you to his friends, and it's going to be much easier. You're going to be more confident, and I promise you it's going to be a lot easier to get to 10K a month. But that's really all you have to do. Once you pick the business model and once you build the skills and you got your first client, all you have to do is just repeat the process of getting the client, keep doing outreach, keep sending messages, and get more clients. Honestly, if you're a growth operator, you don't need more than 2 or 3 clients, good clients, to make even 20, 30K a month. And yeah, that's all you need to do. You just have to keep going, keep doing outreach, and keep signing quality creators. Okay, now, as I said, how long is this going to take? As I said, I don't know. It might take you 2 weeks. It might take you 30 days. It might take you 3 months. It might take you a year. You should not be focusing on the how long it's going to take part. You should just be focusing on starting today, building your skills, trying to get the first client, and do everything necessary, do the work every single day, show up every day. And I promise you, when you stop trying to chase the outcome will come to you. Stop thinking about making 10K a month. Start thinking about how much value you can provide to the world, how much value you can provide to these people, to these creators. Everything is going to change. I promise you're going to see results much faster. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's going to be faster than you think when you focus on building the skills and providing value to people. And the problem is that too many people focus on the outcome and not the skills. And that's why they give up and they start chasing the new trend that promises them that they're gonna make a lot of money quickly. But yeah, the problem is people give up too soon. You should not give up. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep improving with every outreach message you send. Analyze everything. Keep tracks of your metrics. Keep tracks of how many people reply to you. Keep tracks of how many people open your emails. Keep track of everything, and try to improve everything that's not working. And if you do this constantly, you're gonna get to where you want to be, which is to make 10K a month. So yeah, hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, make sure you comment. Let me know if you like these kind of videos where I just talk kind of, when I'm just rambling about stuff. It's more raw, I think. I don't know. Let me know if you like it. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.